Hello and welcome to Victoriana. It's the 8th of October, day 2 of our Chilli Fest, and despite yesterday chucking it down with rain most of the day, we saw a fair few hundred people and did an awful lot of chili tasting. We're just about to start again, literally just opened the gates, so we need to get on with what we're doing here. I'll give you a run around the nursery a little bit later on, but probably won't be today because we're going to be just a little bit busy. So I'm back. It's a couple of 3 days after Chilli Festival. We've all just about recovered, I think. Managed to get the marquees down, have a good tidy up. We've got quite a big gap in here now because we sold a fair few of our larger chilli plants, and all in all over the weekend we saw over 1,000 adults and children, and good fun was had by all, I think. But as I say, it does take it out of us, but I think we're all just about recovered now. And so now in here we have the chilies that we'll be harvesting the fruits from, which we sell online, and obviously visitors to the nursery can come and buy them as well. And we sell them by variety, so literally if you want one of this and one of that, we're happy to cut them for you and send them off. So these chilies were staying here at the moment. It's into October now. They're probably staying here until the end of October, maybe beginning of November, and what's left then we'll move over into the bubble and either harvest the fruits and they will go to one of our friendly restaurants or one of our friendly caterers, or we'll gradually see them disappear anyway. So here in the main part of the bubble, it's tidy up time really on the fuchsias, and tidy up on other bits and pieces as well. So Christina's working through the benches and giving the fuchsias a bit of a tidy up and prune. Obviously we'll do some cuttings just after Christmas, which scarily isn't that far away now. So yeah, she's just really getting them ready for their autumn slumbers, and then we can think about propagating in the spring. Similarly on the citrus, we're just tidying through on those, and yeah, it's sort of a tidy up time in here. So here in the prop, not an awful lot going on at all really. We've actually doing some splitting and dividing of mint, so we're forcing some here on a warm bed. Obviously these will then be potted up and they'll overwinter in the bubble. Well, we won't be sending any of these out until next March, April, when they're fully acclimatised and been back outside. But yeah, we're just making use of the space and the time to prop a few bits and pieces like that while the beds aren't really doing much else. So out here on the veg garden, we've just cut down the Jerusalem artichoke beds, so we're nearly ready for harvesting them. Obviously we'll leave it a couple of weeks before we think about that. Herb area's all been tidied up again. We had good tidy up before Chilli Fest, and it's sort of that time where we'll be able to keep on top of things now for a little bit. And out on the veg garden as well, we've still got quite a lot going on. Got a good crop of lettuce and spinach and chard and mizuna. We've got peas that are going to do something, which is excellent, in the cage. And funnily enough, this year it's way over there, we're still harvesting sweet corn, and they're not bad. I mean, they are getting a little bit tired, so we're making 1 out of 2, if that makes sense, when we cut them for dinner, but they're still lovely and fresh and sweet as anything, so they haven't gone right over. So yeah, we've got a fair amount going on out here. So up here in the top house, there's an awful lot going on. First things first, obviously, it's time for harvesting the chilies for seed. So we're going into the tents every few days and taking out the ripe fruit, and then they're off upstairs to be processed and turned into the seed. Elsewhere we're blocking up and moving all the herbs and making a nice big lump of space so that we can start to move everything in from outside, or I say everything, a lot of the small cell stuff. Don't do that for frost protection or winter protection in that regard. We actually simply do it for protection from the heavy rains, because things in the small cells, if they sit there and we get prolonged wet, will eventually sort of rot and die back because their roots just get too waterlogged. So that's our project at the moment in here. So I'll finish off for October up here in the top field, and it's nice to see that leaves are just about on the turn, so with luck we will start lifting early November, and then we can start thinking about dispatching out bare root fruit. So we've been through and trimmed through, had a clear through, and as I say, now it's just a case of waiting for the leaves to drop back a little bit more, and then we can come up here and lift. No doubt it's going to pour down with rain when we do that, because it always does. So yeah, I'll leave it there for now, and we'll catch up with you the beginning of November.